Hey guys, how's it going today? We got the 22 BMW R NineT here. This is the Pure version with the standard front forks and such. But I just got this bike yesterday actually, and I rode it home this time, about an hour and a half ride, and I shot a first ride on the freeway actually on the way back and talked about the bike quite a bit. So I thought I would shoot this intro so I could show you guys what the bike looks like, you know, because on the bike I'm obviously using the head cam, the GoPro Hero 11, so you can't see the bike, right? So I thought I would show you the bike here for a couple seconds. This is the next day, and we'll listen to the exhaust quick, but then we'll get into the video from the first ride. So we'll see you guys after the intro. So here's what the startup looks like on the 22 R NineT Pure. Hold the clutch in here. Alright. Here's your shaft drive right there. And this has the exhaust on it. Stock one from the factory. There we are there. Let's give it a little rev so you can hear it. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Watch, the whole bike moves when you rev it because it's the boxer twin. You guys can see that. I'm trying to get a further angle here. It's a shaky machine, isn't it? Starts up kind of loud, and then you know, quiets down once the revs drop after it's been started for a bit, and you know, it warms up and such. So the bike's already been running today, so it wasn't like a stone cold motor. Don't be revving stone cold motors. I always say that on this channel, right? It was already running earlier. Yeah, it has the exhaust valve on there stock, so that's still on here. That's why it's so quiet when it's just idling. All right, let's get to the first ride video.
Hey guys, how's it going tonight? We're out on, we're on the freeway obviously, and check this thing. This is a 2022 BMW R NineT Pure, and we just picked this up and did back with it here. And normally I trailer things, but this was close enough by where we didn't have to, so we're down in Madison. Pick this guy up, now we're headed back up north. And I figured I would make a quick video about this. It's not really going to be the first ride. I think I'll probably do that separately because obviously we're on the freeway and we can't do a bunch of whiskey stuff. But I thought I'd do a quick video about what my just very first impressions were about this bike. And first thing is when you get on the freeway here, when you're in top gear, it's like no vibration. It feels like nothing. It feels like there's maybe a tiny bit of vibration in the pegs, and you can't hear it. This has the afterpodic exhaust from the factory, but up in top gear here at low revs, you can't even hear the thing. So it's a very pleasant freeway riding experience, I would say. And also we got a little traffic looks like up here. It was a very pleasant freeway riding experience. So you got some traffic up here, but yeah, so it's very, very smooth. When you're up in top gear on the freeway, you're doing 70, 80 miles an hour. There's a little bit of rumble through the pegs, not much, basically nothing through the bars at all. And maybe just a tiny bit in the seat, but not much. This box is pretty smooth, at least in the newest generation. This is a 22, like we said here, and the mileage on there, you can see, is 1,084, so by the time we get this back, it'll be over 1,100, of course. But almost new bike, found a good deal on it towards the end of the season here. So I went and picked it up and did a little shopping down in Madison down there at one of the malls. But once this gets moving a little bit here, we're going to talk about the cruise control. So this has cruise control over here on the left side, and it's got heated grips up here. You guys can see that down on the right side, which is nice. Not all of the older generations did not have cruise.
because they were not ride-by-wire. This machine is ride-by-wire. The old ones had, the older ones had throttle cable. So throttle cable, of course, you can't do cruise control. At least not digital cruise control. You can do, there's other mechanical means, of course, that you can do cruise control with. So, there's top gear, it's full throttle. Not a lot in top gear. It's kind of just like a cruising, gas conservation kind of mode. There's not a lot of juice here. We'll get by once we get up to the semi here. We'll get some juice and get by the semi. It's also pretty stable motorcycle. I mean, obviously there's no bearings, so you end up blowing around in the freeway, especially when you got big trucks up there, you know, the windshield and those guys. But it's really not bad. We'll give a full throttle here. Yeah, she moves pretty good still. We went from 70 to like 90 there and pretty quick. So once this guy moves here, I'm going to get over. Yeah, I'm going to shift down a gear and we'll get to the throttle. Okay, go down. One more. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, there it's got the power there. Nice. And the throttle is pretty smooth so far. So here's off, right? Here's on. Real smooth, and I'm down in, what is this, like 4th gear now? I don't even know if we can go this fast in here, but should we try it? Let's try it. Oh yeah, you can. Woo! Oh yeah. It's got some power down there. So down there in 3rd and 4th, you got some juice in the free. We're up in 6th, right? Very much gain to be had. But that's just kind of a cruising view. We've got a beautiful night tonight too, by the way. Check it out. Pretty awesome night for a cruise. And the suspension on this so far is, we got some road imperfections here. We're kind of bouncing around a little bit, but really it's pretty comfortable. I'm used to like sport bikes, like the Street RS, which I've got too much preloading on that right now for this owner, so I got a bit of preload on that. But this is notwithstanding, this is a very smooth, very bump absorbent machine. This is the pure version, so that means that there is standard forks on this, as you can see there. Standard right setup forks, right? So the classic version of this, the R NineT Classic, the normal version, has the S1000 forks on the front, fully adjustable. These are not. This is just preload adjustment. Same with the rear shock under the seat is just preload adjustable, but it is preload adjustable by hand, which is cool. So if you're taking a passenger, let's see, you know, ride by yourself somewhere, if you take a passenger pillion, you can adjust it by hand to compensate for extra weight so you're not all squishy. Right, cool. So I do like that feature. Would I prefer the upside down forks? Yeah, sure. If you can get them, but for the price this was at, it's a good deal. And I heard that these forks are plenty good for road use. And if we're going to do any serious tracking in this, I don't know if we will. Whoa, big bump there. I don't know if we will, but if we do, you can, you know, modify, upgrade the internals in the front forks here. So I will do that if necessary. But yeah, for a first track day or something with this machine, I'll just run it the way it is. There is a truck stuck over here on the side of the road. He had a very sad time with his blowout. Oh yeah, buddy! Okay. We'll probably give a little beans here in a bit. So yeah, it's quite compliant. The suspension is quite compliant. Feels good. I'm very surprised during the test ride. I just rode around the neighborhood, stuff where he was, and some back roads for a few minutes. I am thoroughly impressed by how nimble this machine is. Like getting around that trash back there, it's just really easy to move. And it's probably a function of two things. The incredibly wide bars on this bike, which you can see here. My hands are out wide. These are wider than street triples and speed triples bars. So it's that, but it's also, I believe, the low down weight of the boxer motor, since the weight is way down there, right, where the two cylinders are. So it lends itself to very quick movements, right?
it's much more flippable in the weight respects for it. I was expecting kind of a, you know, a bit of a slower moving cruiser. You check that out. Quite the views here tonight, guys. I was not expecting these kind of views in the freeway here on the way home. But we got something cool for you guys here to look at too. You can just listen to me talk about bikes all the time. That is pretty sweet. Sun behind the clouds there. So, yeah, the nimble, the flickability and nimbleness, is that a word? The nimbleness of this machine is much greater than I expected. I expected kind of a cruiser experience with the front end brake and such being as it is. It's not like super raked out, but it's more raked out than a sport bike or something. But yeah, it feels nimble like my street triple does, and not light like in weight. I mean, it's definitely heavier than street triple when you're at a standstill or something, you know, moving it around your driveway. But when you're on the move, it's nice and nimble, right? So another feature of the R NineT here, which is pretty nice. Oh, we got some rough pavement here again. Is the maintenance on this, as far as the ease of like spark plug changes and even doing your valve checks. Obviously the cylinders are right there, right? So to pull off the cylinder head, the top, the valve cover, I mean, not the head, but the valve cover, you just pull it off right there, and there you go. And you can do your valve checks and such, your maintenance, and you know, your feeler gauge and such right there. You don't have to take the tank off and the airbox out and all such things. So you know, that's not terribly difficult in Triumphs, but it is a time savings on the R NineT as far as that goes. And also with these are of course shaft drive, so there is no change of oil, which is you know, you do need to put fresh fluid into the shaft drive. I would say, yeah, probably once, I would say when you change your rear tire. So every time you change your rear tire, you should go ahead and freshen up that fluid. That's probably what I would do. But you can do more often than that if you so desired. You know, maybe if you don't ride that often and you're not going through your tires much, and say, you know, you live up in a cold state like I do, you don't get that many miles in. Well, maybe every, you know, a few years you should. If you got long life tires and, you know, got 10,000 miles worth of tires, got hard tires or something, probably should go ahead and change your shaft drive oil more often then. But yeah, so ease of like maintenance and general maintenance. Not some maintenance, like getting to the clutch in this baby. This has a dry clutch that's like a car, kind of like a car clutch. But getting to this clutch effort is quite the ordeal. So that major maintenance isn't as easy on these. But as far as like routine maintenance, like valve check, you know, oil change, the shaft drive oil, things like that, it's pretty easy to live with as far as that goes. Alright, so the wind on this, well, we're passing a Walgreens truck at the moment. See what the wind blast is like. I'm doing about 70, 75. Not bad. I mean, it's a naked bike, so you're a bit of a parachute. I think, I'm not sure, but I think you can get a little windscreen for these guys. Maybe a big one too. I'll have to look at the accessories available at third-party and first-party accessories for this. But even as it stands, you could do some slab like this, you'll be fine. It's gonna, you know, it beats you in the chest a bit, just like every naked bike does, but you can also slide your, so this is my butt all the way forward. You're sitting basically totally upright, slight forward lean, and slide your butt back, then you're down in the wind a little better, you're not such an extreme parachute, right? But same can be set up almost every naked bike. This seat is quite large, so there's a lot of movement you can do fore and aft to get your body into a more aggressive position if you're riding aggressively, or if you want to like not be straight up and down a parachute, full cruiser style, if you're doing miles like this and you're not taking a break. Alright, so getting on to the cruise control here. Hope the audio is okay for you guys, because of the freeway, you know, the extra wind and such out here. Okay, cruise control. There she is right there. Super simple. This is the off mode, right? So off is just slide this over to the left here. That's off mode. Slide it over to the right. Boom, you're activated. And then you get yourself up to speed. The speed you want to get to. And you press forward. And this little switch right here. And you are cruising for a bruising. Hopefully not for a bruising, but you can go no hand style like the degenerate that you are, and ride around and relax your right hand. Obviously, no hands is probably not the smartest idea, so you can take your right hand off and give your tighter right hand a break for a bit. Get that blood flow going back in or something. You've been holding it for a long time, but since you got cruise control, you don't have to do that, right? And how you deactivate the cruise is you can do it a couple different ways. So I already tried it one way. Let's try the brakes. Yep, brakes deactivate the cruise control, as they should. And then you can also push the throttle grip forward. So I'll show you that. So cruise control on. Here we are. Oh, going too fast. The car in front of us. And push forward on the throttle tube, and the control's off. Just like that. Nice. Very, very easy to use. Very idiot-proof, if you will, which is good for me, right? Got some more sunshot. Got some more sunset shots for you guys. Check it out. So I think we'll talk more about the brakes in the next video when I have more of a chance to actually use them. Obviously, I can't pile on the brakes of the freeway with the wheels behind us and do a brake test. From what I've used them so far, they're perfectly fine. They are Brembos in the front, but I can do a little bit here. Yeah, so they don't have the modern, like, sport Brembo light up top, at least not right now. I'm probably going to bleed these a bit. Not that they should be bleeding to get 1,100 miles on this, but hey, it never hurts to do a little brake bleed and see if you can sift things up a bit. Maybe I can replace the fluid with use either Amzor full synthetic. This is .4, of course, or you can use the Crestone full synthetic. I've had pretty good luck with the Crestone stuff. That actually feels pretty good once you bleed the systems through, get all the air out, put the fluid in. This bike is what, 2 years old, so the fluid should not be. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. And it's so easy to bleed your brakes, you might as well do it, right? I did wish this had a Rebel Master Cylinder radio, and it does not. It's the old school Master Cylinder, but it does have Brembo brakes, so I suppose that is something you could upgrade in the future if you so desire. This does have steel braided brake lines, if you guys can see them right down there. Right there, probably can't see them that well right now, but it has steel braided brake lines. I know it's front for sure, I can see them. I believe it's in the rear as well when I looked during the walk around, checking the bike over. So you have a full steel braided system, which is really nice, which is, you'd probably expect in a bike of this price though. I can just tell you right now, without bleeding them as they sit now, there isn't a lot of bite at top. They skip the bike stop perfectly fine. They're pretty powerful, dual front discs, but yeah, it's not going to be doing some stoppies at the very top with super quick bite like a street triple or something like that. That full Brembo Master Cylinder and mono black setup. But that is fine for now, unless we eventually need more performance than that. But a further goal, there is more than enough stopping power on this machine. Yeah, so I think we're going to have a good time in this machine. I'm excited for the first ride, take it down some twisties, we're going to give it a good shakedown, and I think it is going to be a lot of fun this year, the rest of the season anyway. I might do an oil change on it. It's had its 600 mile service at BMW. Now this bike actually still has a warranty on it. I think it's the first bike I've had on the channel that actually has a warranty on it still. So we'll go ahead and do the shakedown. First ride of this coming up soon. Otherwise, I think that I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys enjoy this content, make sure you like and subscribe. The channel is growing rapidly now, so that is awesome. Basically growing every single day. So we are approaching 1,000 subscribers. We'll have to do something special for 1,000. I do have a special video in mind for 1,000 subscribers for you guys. I'm going to do a big competitive video. So we will release I think it's going to be we'll see. I think it's going to be the Hayabusa versus the CX14 that we shot. That will be a cool 1,000 subscriber video. So, we will see you guys in the next one. Appreciate you guys. And if you got any questions about this machine or comments, or maybe you got this machine. Hey, if you got this machine, let me know your favorite tires on this. It currently has Michelin Pilot Power with Road 5s. Yeah, Michelin Pilot Road 5s. So good tires, good brain tires and stuff. And good street tires. And they get decent mileage too, from what I've heard. I've had them before. I think they have 47 had Pilot Road 5s on them. On it. So yeah, let me know what your favorite tires on this machine. I'm always really interested to hear that, because there's so many tire preferences out there and so many different machines, right? So yeah, let me know in the comment section. We'll talk about it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, buddy.